Okay, so go to your site. For this demo I'm going to use this website. You're going to want to sign in. If you haven't signed in, just do /user and sign in. Once signed in, the first thing we're going to do is create the content type for the blog. So I'm going to say add a content type. Once here, it's good to pay attention to this. These are tooltips that help you, complete the form. So the first thing it's asking for is a human readable name for this content type, so we'll call that blog. Next, it's the machine reader, we'll just call that blog without any need for capital letters. Description, use this content type to create a new blog post. Okay, and if we go down, what we can see here is we can change the name of the title field, but we just leave that as title. If we didn't want a body, we could just, as you can see, just delete that and it'll take it out. But we'll leave that as body. I'm not going to put in any submission guidelines, but it is possible to do that, just to help people fill in the page. Workflow settings, we want it to be published, promoted to the front page. I'm going to turn that off actually. And create a new revision is not a bad thing to do. It means if you don't like the new copy, you can step backwards. Okay, page title settings, we say show that field. XML sitemap, we're going to want to include our blog post as default. 5, that'd be fine. Meta tag settings, I like to generate meta tag content. You can choose not to, but I like to do that. And I also select it to generate meta tags content for the node teaser or the node body when the node teaser is empty. So that's all fine. Blog posts, yeah, read and write comments, that sounds like a good idea for a blog post. And finally, sexy bookmark settings, we'll leave that as default for now. And then just click save content type. And there we have it. That's the first thing we need to do. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is just quickly create a couple of demo blog posts. So create content, blog, title, my new or my first blog post. Okay. Example ... Okay, so there we've got some demo text. Having done that, we can go down here obviously, and like what we learned in the SEO video, or what you can learn more about, is all these different settings. So we've got menu, if we wanted to create a menu link, which I don't. Meta tags, we can define the description tag in here if we wanted to. Altering information, that's fine for now. In fact, I might change that to JC Mac. And everything else should be pretty good to go, really. On page title settings, obviously you'd want to set that if this was a real example, but that'd be fine for now. And there's our example blog post. That's strange. Okay, right, I'm going to quickly create a few more blog posts. Okay, so now I've created a couple of blog posts. There's some other things that we need to do in order to set up this section of the site. The first thing is, as we can see here, is that the automated URL alias, or the path alias, or the address for this page, is defaulting to content /. Now that's not particularly what we want, because what we're going to want to do is have a page called blog, and then we're going to have a list of all the blog postings. So to change this, we're going to go to URL aliases and then go down to automated alias settings. I'm going to go to node paths, pattern for all blog paths, and then we're going to call that blog / and then whatever the title is. Click save. Okay, so now let's go back to those two blog postings and change the aliases for them. So we go to content list. Here's the first one, so let's open that up, edit, alias, we'll click automatic alias. Click save, and hopefully, well, hey, we've got blog, my second example. Okay, we close that. Let's look at the other one, the first example. Click edit, edit. Go down, delete that. So automatic alias again. And hey presto, all future blog posts will obviously always default to blog / whatever the title is. That's nice and optimised. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to want to do is create a page that lists all of these blog posts. So if we go to site building, views, and click add a view. Add. I'm going to call view name, so let's call this blog underscore posts, description, a view to list all of the blog posts. Okay, that's that. We're going to keep it as node. Click next. Okie dokie. Now, for this example, all I'm going to do is I'm going to change row style from fields, click fields, and change it to a node. Update. Build mode teaser, that's good for me. Display links, yep. Display node comments, no. But if I wanted to display them, I could change that setting here. Click update. Now, what we can see here is a list of all the content on our site, and this isn't necessarily what we're wanting. So now what we'll do is filter the content, click the plus sign, drop down box, go to the node group. Then we're going to want to filter by node type and published, because we don't want unpublished content to be shown on this page. Add published, yes. Click update. Is one of blog. Click update. Now what we can see is a list of all just our blog posts. So they're all the default settings for this. Now we're going to need to add a display. There's a few different options in here. What we want is page, add display. Oh, clicked. Click that twice, sorry. Okay, now we're going to want to set the path to blog. Click update. Going to want a menu setting. Just click that. Normal menu entry. Sorry. Title, blog. Description. This is the text that's going to display. If you mouse over blog, so let's say British actor John Mac. Blog. I want that in the primary links. Update. Items to display is 10. That's fine. News pager. Yes. Full pager. Update default display. And that should be fine. Click save. And in the primary links now we can see this link to our new view that lists all the content that are blog posts. And that's pretty much how you add a new blog or a section onto your website.